Is anyone else feeling a little bit hot in here? What's up, howdy, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rumbo. Yay, 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 yay. For those who don't already know me, I am a South African artist and I make videos about that, and I make videos about my experience studying fine arts in South Africa. But aside from that, I also make videos about anything I want to because I can and I want to. If that interests you, or if you are, interested in studying fine arts or seeing how it looks like, you might want to hit that subscribe button. It's still red. I'm going to be talking about burnout and how it affects me, especially as an artist and also a fine arts student, because ooh child, it does not help, let me tell you. I've been dealing with a lot of burnout recently, or for like the past couple of months, which sucks, but like especially sucks when you're a creative, because creating is what you do, and when you can't create, whether you are currently experiencing burnout or maybe in the future when you will experience burnout, you might want to save this video in your watch later and come back to it so that maybe you can relate to it or find some token of wisdom here and there. Honestly, this is all coming from my opinions and like experiences, so don't see it as like a be all and end all. In this video I'll be talking about what burnout is, what it feels like to me, and how it affects me as an artist, and the reason why having burnouts and exhausting yourself to the point of burnout is really not ideal as an artist, and how you can maybe deal with it and prevent it and also cope with it. But before we get on with the video and before we get onto that, make sure you subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you're notified when next I upload a video. My upload schedule is but I generally post on Saturday. We're at 490 subscribers. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed already. I am trying to get to 500 subs, so if you are not subscribed yet, it would mean the world if you help me reach that goal. And when we hit 500 subs, I will do something. I don't know what that something will be, but it'll be something fun. Make sure to comment down below anything at all. So what is burnout? I'm gonna pull up my notes because I can't memorize anything after I graduated high school. According to WebMD, burnout is a form of exhaustion caused by constantly feeling swamped as a result of excessive and prolonged emotional or physical and mental stress. WebMD goes on to describe how it prevents you from being productive. It's quite draining, and also it affects you mentally and physically. Although it isn't diagnosable, or that's what the website said, at least, it does often escalate to depression, so it's really not something to look over and ignore. In terms of symptoms and signs to look out for, it can be frequent exhaustion, alienation, and also reduced performance. So I have actually constantly been feeling burnout and experiencing burnout for the past couple of months, because there have been like a lot of things in my personal life that just got like a lot more busier. And looking back, I genuinely thought I would be able to do anything and everything and just treat myself like a robot and power through every single day where I had a bajillion things to do. And then there'd come a point where I literally could not do any, and I would be like literally paralyzed to my bed, not being able to move because the thought of having to do anything was just overwhelming, and I was just like mentally and physically exhausted. It was really bad. Like I couldn't do anything, even simple tasks such as, I don't know, making a bed or picking up a sock off my floor. Everything was incredibly overwhelming to do. I don't know if you've ever experienced burnout. That's my experience. Maybe you'll understand that feeling, but literally everything and anything was like impossible, and just the thought of having a responsibility was very crippling. It was very much not live, laugh, love. Just to put the cherry on top, I had zero creative juices. I wanted to create like a lot of things, but I didn't know what to do or how to do it or where to start. This was the first time in forever, I think it was the first time ever, where I literally had zero motivation to do anything creative. And honestly, it was quite scary. Think of it like someone with a superpower. Like, what should we call it? I would have the superpower to create art. I would be an art hero, and there would be other heroes like sports heroes or chef heroes. So what happens when I lose my superhero? Does that mean that I'm not an artist anymore? Does that mean I'm not able to make art anymore? Art, for the most part, has been literally all I am. It is my plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Without it, I really don't know who I am and what I will do. Genuinely, like heart to heart. So without it, I really didn't know what I was going to do, and that thought terrified me. I was really excited to start third year because it was going to be like independent practice and but now when I'm in this like mental block and this burnout, I can't do anything. Let's get technical, let's get like practical right now. Because I'm studying fine arts, this starts to affect my marks, bro, because making art is how I get a degree. I am still burnt out, I will say. Starting this year, especially at school, has been like kind of a struggle because it's been hard to restart that creative process. It feels like I'm constantly tired and drained. I could sleep a 10-hour night, which I haven't been doing frequently, but when I do, and I will still wake up incredibly tired. It just felt like everything was just not going to get better. My anxiety definitely did get like 1,000 kajillion, like wow, like. So how does one deal with it? The best advice that I've heard and that I have been using to get me through the days, and that has genuinely helped, is to treat yourself like a kid and be extremely, like 1,000 times more graceful to yourself. Whether it's like creating very simple goals like taking a shower at least every day, picking up 2 items of clothing from your floor, doing something that is very easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of effort or mental stress, something that a 5-year-old could do. And it's not saying that you aren't capable of doing a lot more things, but when you're in that overwhelmed state, you aren't able, like you physically, mentally, holistically, you aren't able to perform a lot because you have that overwhelm. Doing these like small tasks, it will help you, get some sort of progression while still being graceful to yourself, and also it will motivate you because now you can see that you're getting things done. The next thing is rest. More and more rest. This is vital and this is crucial. Basically, this is like the crux of how to get out of like burnouts and stuff. But let me tell you what rest isn't. Rest is not scrolling through your phone. I'm attacking myself right now. So when you're scrolling on your phone, you're still stimulating your eyes, your brain, your whatever. You're still stimulating yourself. I have never felt properly rested after binge watching a bunch of TikToks for 4 hours. I will get off of my phone and feel like I didn't even rest for a complete second and feel like I'm not prepared for the day. What is restful for me is, reading my Bible, taking a nap, going for a walk and listening to music, playing and being lazy, playing my guitar. Because nowadays so much is thrown at us like constantly and at like absurd rates that we really do need times to just like disconnect. And then to take this back to art, don't force yourself. And it's hard to like actually explain this one, especially if you're a fine arts student, because then it becomes tricky when you have like exam deadlines. And so if you are stressed, please do speak to a lecturer. I am hoping most of them will be understanding. There's always going to be a bad apple somewhere. Speak to them and make them aware of how you are feeling. Hopefully they'll be more understanding and aware when you are unable to meet certain deadlines, as long as you're preserving your mental health. You can't do anything correctly. Like you can't have a satisfying to somewhat extent life when your mental health is in shambles. Please don't be hard on yourself when you're not progressing as hard or as fast as your friends, especially if they aren't also experiencing some sort of burnout, because that's not your goal. Your goal is not to be as fast as them. Your goal is to cope and to make sure that you're able to come out of this burnout state and be less stressed and overwhelmed. That is your goal. Your focus is on your mental health. Burnout is temporary. Obviously, it depends on your circumstances. Definitely look into shifting your schedule and seeing what's on your plate and seeing what you can knock off. Your creativity will come back. Losing it is temporary. You don't actually lose it. It's just because of that overwhelm. You aren't no longer an artist when you're burnt out just because you can't create. It's not the end. Another thing is time management, which is helpful to me, especially when I am like overwhelmed and stuff. What I found is that I get freaked out and stressed a lot more easier when I don't know minute by minute what I'm going to do for the day. And that's because then I'm not sure if I'm able to achieve everything I have to do, or I'm not certain what I need to do every day. How I prevent that is by making like a hour by hour schedule on what I need to do in which hour. So for example, it'll be like waking up at 5 a.m, taking a shower at 6 a.m, and getting ready for school, going to school at 7, doing XYZ at 8. And then I can see when I need to do what I do need to do, and the fact that I will be able to accomplish everything. Maybe try that, having a schedule and having a very detailed one. On this day, I'm going to research an artist that talks about this topic. I'm going to draw this thing in my drawing, and afterwards I am going to go run to the post office to collect that letter that has been waiting there. Very, very, very specific, very, very detailed, and also showing how long it's going to take and how long you'll do it for, and also showing you that you will be able to tick off that thing that has been nagging you behind your brain. There's a lot of other tips. Exercise is really good, and exercise can be literally anything. Exercise can be dancing like a maniac in your room. It can be going for a walk and listening to music, which I highly recommend because those really do like calm me down. Traditional working out, Zumba, weightlifting. It can be stretches, yoga, Pilates, anything, you know, anything to get yourself moving. Catching sun is very important, and we're going into winter, which is very not fun times, because when you don't have sun, you don't have vitamin D, and regular sleep. If you're able to get as much sleep as you can. But yeah, if you have any other tips that help you, please feel free to leave it down below so that I can help other people. It might help me also. Once again, if you're feeling burnout, I hear you, I see you, I feel you. It is not a fun feeling, but we got this. It's not forever. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. If you've made it to this part, comment your favorite song. I'm looking for song recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, if you subscribe, comment down below, all that fun jazz. And until then,